Hi guys, take a quick ride with me. Um, I'm making a quick run to a hospital to visit someone. I have a flight to catch in the morning. I'm exhausted. I still have a few things left to pack up and get ready for my trip, but um, I have to make this hospital visit. I mean, I could talk to her on the phone, but sometimes your presence means more. You know, well, the GPS is on, guys, so you will, that's also traveling with us. So you will be hearing the GPS make a couple of check-in from time to time with us, so we'll see how that goes.
After 0.1 mile, turn left onto Clarendon Road.
Yep. That's gonna take us where we're going.
Now turn left.
So you will get to see a little bit of Brooklyn city streets. Not sure why this thing is slipping as much as it's doing. Let's see. And stabilize the camera a little bit. Now turn left. Okay. We'll see. So you're going a completely different direction.
After 0.6 mile, turn right.
So you're going a completely different direction today. Completely different, opposite direction. So it wants me to turn right on Flatbush Avenue. When I get on Flatbush Avenue, I will let you guys know when I hit Flatbush. So you'll take a little, I don't know how far down on Flatbush it's gonna go before it tells me to take another street, but at least you'll get to see a little bit of the famous Flatbush in Brooklyn. So we'll see how that goes. I definitely did not get enough sleep. I'm a little bit on the tired side. My flight is 8 o'clock in the morning, and I have to, it's about 30 minutes from home to the airport. So I usually give myself at least 45 minutes, just in case, you never know, flat tire, whatever. I don't like to rush or stress, so I'll give myself enough time. So I'll leave the house about 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. I will leave. So this way I'll get to the airport maybe like a 4:45. And by the time I do have some check bags, so I will have to get on the line to check those bags. So by the time I check those bags and then go through customs, I should be at the airport at the gate about maybe 6:30 at least, and boarding is 7:30. So I'll have time to sit down, get a cup of coffee, catch my breath, and just go easily. I I'm not one of those that I have to run to get on the plane and run to catch the flight, and in the car and stressing and having the palpitation and anxiety. No, 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 no. That's not gonna work for me. I have to pace myself. I like to pace myself, and that's just for everything I do, as long as I can. I like to pace myself and give myself enough time and organize as best as I can.
After 0.2 mile, turn right onto Flatbush Avenue.
So there you go. The GPS make the announcement for us. I'll be entering Flatbush Avenue pretty soon. So you'll be hearing the indicator as well. Yeah, so I mean, life is life. You can only plan so much and organize so much, but whatever you can do, you should plan and you should organize, and then that will leave room for the rest of life to happen. Whatever comes at you, then you deal with it the best way you can. But whatever you can organize and plan for and structure, you really should, you really should. Unless if you're going for an adventure, then that's a different story. But other than that, you should plan. It's a good discipline in life. You should have a plan and structure yourself. You know, it's funny. We do, have family gatherings, or we go out together. My siblings, our family. And let me tell you something. There's oh my gosh, some people in the family that no matter what, they are running. When I tell you they're running, they are running. The boat is leaving them, the this is leaving them, the traffic is catching them, the something, something, something. I get anxiety for them. So I have to at least have my own anxiety, under control. Issues from my own self under control so I can save the room to be
Now
anxious for
turn
them.
right.
Okay. Well, the stoplight catches me. I mean, the sun is out in its glory, people. See, it's reflected right in the camera. That's, what time is it? It's, can't even see what time it is with this watch. Oh my gosh. I don't know military time. This is saying something like 19 something, 1902. So I can't even read. Let me put my glasses. Yeah, 1802. So 1802 military time. So what time is that, guys? 1 o'clock is 13. So you have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, so 6:02. Okay, 6:02 p.m. And the visiting hours finishes at 9. So by the time I get there and sit down with her, it'll be I'll have a good hour and a half or 2 hours with her. That's plenty. Usually they're not that strict, even though they say 9. You could still leave 10ish, but I won't stay that late because I want to get back home. Okay, so now I'm on Flatbush, guys. So this is the famous
After
Flatbush.
0.2 mile, turn left onto Beverly Road.
Okay, so it'll be a very short ride onto Beverly Road, 0.2 miles. So you won't see Flatbush, much of Flatbush. Another day, I'll do a nice Flatbush run, so you'll be able to see a nice view of the famous Flatbush in Brooklyn.
Now turn left. After 0.6 mile, turn right.
Onto what? Turn right onto what street? Coney Island Avenue? Is that what it's saying? Yep. So this territory I'm very familiar with so far. In a neighborhood that I used to live when I well, a good while. I lived around here for about 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I lived around here, not too far from here, about 2 blocks up the road. I used to have an apartment. You see, when you come to America, you live depending on. Wow, it's a lot of police activity. I don't know. And these are private detective cars, you know. So yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, when you come to live in this country, it depend on your arrival, who you come to, what's your age. This building right here. Uh-oh, red light. This building right here with the green awning. It's a lovely apartment building. I used to live there on the what is it? What floor? The fourth floor. I used to live on the fourth floor. It's a building, 5 levels, and I used to live on the fourth floor. I lived there for like about 5 years. I used to love this apartment. It was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful apartment. It has a doorman at the lobby. You go inside. It's really beautiful. So this is where I used to live, and then I moved from there, and now I'm living in my forever home in Brooklyn. Before I lived at that place I lived. When I first came to America, I lived in the projects. It's Vanderveer projects. Oh my God, those were some interesting times. I'll tell you about that on another vlog. I'll actually take you there one of these days. I'll take you there. But this area here is absolutely gorgeous. I used to walk around here in the evenings and just taking the views. They have some beautiful older colonial style homes, you know, just 2 blocks, 3 blocks from my apartment, and in this area here where we are. I mean, I would walk and just admire the place and enjoy the evening. Oh, so nice. Whenever I come back in this area, it's always, nostalgia.
After 0.2 mile, turn right onto Coney Island Avenue.
That's the thing with some areas in Brooklyn. You one from one street to the next is completely different. From where I lived in that lovely apartment building, just 2 blocks over where we are now, is some beautiful homes, private homes. The streets are always nice, beautiful trees, in the fall, the season that is coming up now. Oh my goodness. The leaves are going to change and the trees are going to be so beautiful.
Now turn right.
Coney Island Avenue. I'm still familiar with this
After
territory.
0.3 mile, turn left onto Caton Avenue.
Still familiar with this territory. Still know this area very well. I used to do. I used to work with the Department of um, Commerce, the Census Bureau, and I used to be a field supervisor during one of the year for the census process. So I happen to know certain parts of Brooklyn very, very well, very well. But the area going
After 0.1 mile, turn left onto Caton Avenue.
the area going back further down to the hospital. I know the area,
Now
but
turn left.
I don't know it super well, you know. From here on, I wouldn't be able to find my way to the hospital. I know where it is. I know the direction where it is, but I wouldn't be able to go there without the GPS.
After 1 mile, turn right.
Yeah, this is Brooklyn streets for you guys. Brooklyn, New York. I love it. I love Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn, New York. I mean, they have a saying that whenever you migrate to the States, wherever it is that you go, for the most part, that's the place that you love. And I have to say that is true for me. I first came to America and I landed in Brooklyn, New York, and I spent all my adult life, my entire time here in Brooklyn, and I love it. A lot of my friends that I met in college and while I'm living here, they moved to different states, moved to Florida, moved to Carolina, and I've gone to those places. I actually have sisters here that moved to the Carolinas and California, and I went to those places. But let me tell you something. I would not move there permanent. I would not live there. They're beautiful, but I would not live there. I would not give up Brooklyn. You know, we thought about moving to Florida at one point. I went to Florida. I mean, we looked around, we compared, and nope, we came back to, we decided to stay in Brooklyn, in New York. A lot of my friends that moved to Florida, there was this big exodus at one point. They're complaining, oh, the cost of living in New York is this and that and the other. And they run to different states. And within a 5 year period, everybody is regretting moving. And it's difficult to come back to New York. Very difficult because you had an apartment in New York and you leave, the prices go through the roof, whether you're renting or you want to own. It's a very expensive place to live. You have to really have support or help or be married or have a partner. But for a single person to live in New York, it is over the moon expensive. It's no joke. No joke at all. So thank God, we laid roots in Brooklyn. So we're enjoying living here. Thank God for that. And the beautiful thing about Brooklyn, you don't have to drive. Brooklyn, the public transportation is superb. The bus and the train, oh boy, it's out of this world. You don't have to have a car, but when you move to certain states and you didn't have a car while you were living in New York, you have to factor in those additional expenses. And it's not just when we went to look into Florida, we were not driving at the time. We didn't put on roots in Brooklyn yet. We didn't even have a car at that point. And let me tell you something, when we came back and we did the math and we figured it out, and we said, listen, we have to get two cars. For us to move, we would have to get two cars because my husband would need a car to go to work. I would need a car to get around and go to work. We'd have to get, car insurance. And those expenses are way more expensive than a Metro card for a bus. So after we looked into, and then the salary grade was another thing. We would earn less. So and then the groceries are exactly the same as they were in New York. So we figured that, oh boy, financially, it wasn't the right move for us. Plus, we didn't like the fact that we couldn't just run to the store willy nilly. If we needed something, we couldn't just, run out the house or run out the apartment and pick up what we have. In those states, you have to drive. If you don't have it, it's a whole trip. It's a whole car ride to go get it. So that would take some getting used to for us. So we didn't like it. And Brooklyn, oh man, sweet, sweet. Let me tell you, people, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would not leave Brooklyn. Nope. No way. As I say, no way, Jose. Yeah. So, forget about New York City. New York City itself, Manhattan is, I mean, depending on where, oh, wow. There is over the moon expensive, for poor people like us, to live in the city in New York City, you'd have to live in areas that is not bad, but not too desirable in order to afford it. But in Brooklyn, you know, it is expensive, but there's no comparison. No comparison to New York City. Buddy, don't rush me. We're supposed to go 25 miles per hour. I'm going exactly 25. And I'm not gonna go inch over. You wanna get by, get by. Well, I had my dinner already, and I could see that I'm gonna need more than a light snack. I'm trying to finish eat my heavy meal by 5, 6 o'clock. And today's one of those days I had my early meal
After
really.
0.2 mile, turn right onto 47th Street and then turn left.
I had my dinner really early, so I feel a little peckish already. So by the time I get home, I know I'm gonna want to eat. Okay, 47th Street.